Hello students, we are starting the lecture series on physics. The aim of the physics lecture series is to let the student know and understand the concept and principle of the physics so that they can apply these concepts and principles in the real life situations. We know that physics is the study of nature and its laws. And for better understanding of the physics concepts, we need mathematics. Mathematics is considered as the language of physics, and we need basic information about the mathematical concepts like differential calculus, integral calculus, geometry, vector algebra, trigonometry, algebra, and so on. For better clarity of the topic, numericals are very important tools. So we should do more and more numericals. Numerical give an insight about the concept and principle of the physics. For doing the numerical, we require analysis of the problem and strategy management and use the appropriate principle and concepts. With this, we start scalars and vectors from the vector algebra, which is very important from physics point of view. So first we discuss difference between the scalars and vectors, and then we will proceed basically with vectors. Scalars are those physical quantities which has only magnitude. Scalars has only magnitude. And vectors are those physical quantities which has magnitude as well as direction. Representation of scalars is by a simple letter, say A. This is the representation. And vectors are represented by a letter with arrow over it. So it has two information. One is magnitude. That means we can represent this vector as magnitude and a direction. This is called unit vector. We will discuss unit vector next. And this is called magnitude. So this is the representation of vector, and this vector contains these two information. One is magnitude and one is direction. This unit vector basically gives direction of vector A. Some examples of scalar are the physical quantities like mass, length. Similarly, some example of its vectors are force, torque, type of vectors. Number one, zero vector. Zero vector is a vector which is represented by 0 and a arrow over it. This is a vector which has magnitude 0 and direction is indeterminate. And purpose of zero vector is mathematical consistency of the equation. For example, suppose we are given vector A minus vector A, so it will give 0 vector. To make this equation consistent, the subtraction of two equal vectors should be also a 0, should be also a vector. So we required a vector that is 0 vector. It has magnitude 0 and direction is indeterminate. That is, we can't find the direction. Second is unit vector. And unit vector is a very important term. We should be very clear because most of the problems in vectors include this unit vector. As we have earlier said, if vector A is given, then its unit vector is represented by A cap. If we put a cap over A, this is the representation of unit vector in the direction of A. Its magnitude is 1 and it has a direction. Basically, unit vector is used for direction. And one important note is that it has no unit like meter, kilogram, time. Unit vector has no unit. It has only magnitude 1 and a direction. And it is used to represent a direction. We generally use three unit vectors I, j and k. These unit vectors are along x, y and z axis respectively. That means if we are given three dimensional coordinate system, this is x axis, this is y axis, this is z axis, and these are mutually perpendicular axes, then unit vector along x axis is I, unit vector along y axis is j, and unit vector along z axis is k. So keep in mind this convention because it will be widely used in our topic. One more unit vector we will use is n. It is the normal unit vector. If a plane is given, then a vector perpendicular to the plane is normal vector and unit vector along this is represented by normal unit vector. Its magnitude is 1 and direction is perpendicular to the plane. So these three terms ijk and this n, we have to very clear that these three are used for the unit vector whose magnitude is 1 and has particular direction with no unit.